it is your girl, Sarah from Sarah Styles here. I went thrifting. I'm going to show you what I got today. I spent 4 hours at 2 different thrift stores, $268 for 47 items to resell on Poshmark and eBay. And I'm going to show you what I got today. I do Instagram as I'm outsourcing. I will put it on my stories. Hey, this is how much this item is. Should I get it or not? So I will be sharing some of those polls in this video and show you if I got things that my Instagram followers were pulling, what their consensus was on that, as well as not one, not two, but 3 BOLO brands. So stay tuned to the very end to see the 3 BOLO brands that I found when I went sourcing. Before we do that, I'm going to jump right in and tell you a little bit about how I decide what to pick up and where to spend my time. So for me, that starts with a chart, and that starts with data, looking at what is working for me. And I look at this chart here. It is your top 20 categories. What categories have brought me the most revenue in the past year? And I look at a year because that's going to take out the seasonality. You don't see as much seasonality when you're reselling because things are online, right? So people buy things all year round, but there is going to be a little bit of a seasonality. So looking at 1 year's worth of data for this purpose is what we're looking at. These are the top 20 gross revenue categories of everything that I sell. Up here, this is going to be my best performing. It's going to have my highest sell-through rate as well as my average sale price. Sell-through rate is going to be how many items you are selling out of how many items that you have. 100% sell-through means you have sold every single item that you've purchased. So sell-through rate, the higher, the better. Average sale price, on average, how are these categories performing for me? The higher, the better. In theory, right? You're making the most money. So when I go out sourcing, I really focus on these categories to bring me the biggest bang for my buck. I go in and I look at, you can see here, these are my bags. 73% of my bags in the past year have sold. That is like killer, especially because they're at an average sale price of $55. So in the 2 thrift stores that I went to, bags is the first place that I hit up. Second is going to be jackets, but jackets isn't really out there. It's coming towards the end of winter. One store didn't even have jackets out anymore, and the other store had slim pickings. Sweaters is the same thing. I actually did not even go to sweaters in this thrift store haul because I have a lot of sweaters listed currently, and we're coming into spring and fall. But shoes. So I go to bags first, I hit up shoes second, and this is why, because based off of my data, based off of the thrift stores that I am sourcing at, 60% of my shoes have sold in the past year. That's ridiculous, especially at an average sale price of $35. So I hit up the purses, I hit up the shoes. The second place that I went is jeans. Jeans is a 61%. So 61% of the jeans that I've purchased in the last year have sold. Average sale price is going to be $31. And then you can go into some of these other categories, but I really wanted to focus on that and tell you that's really where I go. I go to a thrift store, I look at bags, I look at shoes, and then I look at jeans. I am going to say, full disclosure, I also go through the workout gear because I have a slight obsession with it. And so I look at it for my purpose, and then if I find things to resell, I will pick those up as well. So let's jump right in. Before we do that, drop those comments down below. Let me know your sourcing strategies and where you like to look when you are out thrifting. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the shoes. Let's start with some shoes. All right, these are Earth Origins. You guys see that? So, and I'm pretty sure these are men's. They were in the women's. They are a size 8.5. They are in, hardly worn condition, brand new, almost brand new condition. I'm in Colorado, so a lot of what you're going to see on my thrift trips are going to be active wear type stuff, Earth Origins hiking. On that note, hello, Columbia. These are Columbia. These are nice little booties. When I'm sourcing, I'm definitely looking at the soles to see how much wear is on the soles. So while Columbia doesn't sell for like a huge amount, I'm going to show you this chart right here. And Columbia this is my brand performance, similar to the category chart that we were looking at before, my all-time top performing brands for the past year. And you will see Columbia is up there. 61% of the Columbia that I am selling has sold with an average sale price of $47. I will pick up Columbia. However, I am a little picky in the Columbia that I pick up. It's going to be mostly snow boots, jackets. I do pallets as well. So some of that is driving that $47 price up because it's going to be new with tax. But jackets and boots are going to be primarily what I will pick up from Columbia because it's going to sell a little bit higher. Boots, hello. So this brand, this is Frank Sarto. I don't always pick these up, but these are like never worn. So when I'm looking, I look at these toes are hardly scuffed, and then the bottom is pretty worn. That is for me cleaning off the price tag, but the bottom is pretty worn. So those are almost brand new condition. Keens, I will always pick up Keens. These also are hardly worn, but Keen. Very active wear. These are great. A lot of people wear these, you know, in the summer when they're out and, you know, rock climbing and even just like in the water and stuff. These will sell quick. They don't sell super high, maybe 20, 25 bucks, depending on the style and condition, but they will sell. Are you guys noticing where I'm at? Like this is all mostly activewear so far. So Echo, again, I like Echo boots sell pretty high for me and pretty well. I've never actually picked up a pair of Echo more like hiking type boots, but we'll see how they do. I have another rule when I'm sourcing. So I definitely look at my data and see what is performing well for me and what I can find at thrift stores, because it's going to depend on where you're at, right? What the brands that I have access to are not going to be the same as what you have access to. So I really want to emphasize looking at your data and working on what is working for you and what you have access to, right? I don't know where I was going with that rant, so we'll just go with that. Oh, the other thing that the other rule that I have when I'm outsourcing, I have an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the items I source that I already know are going to perform. That is all of this, except for these. I have never bought those before. So 20% of items that I've never bought before, things I want to try out, a brand I've never heard, a type of shoe that I've never bought before, I will take a risk for about 20% because I know that 80% of things are going to hold me over and continue to make me money in case that 20% that I try out doesn't work. These are Kamik snow boots. I see these pretty often in Colorado. These are children's. I do buy these anytime that I see them in any size higher than my child's current size. I will always buy them. I list them, and then if they don't sell, I just pull them for my kids. But these are going to sell 20 to 30 bucks. They will sell pretty quickly. The nice thing about living in Colorado as well is we get snow, but it's not a ton. Like we had a blizzard in March, but we were out sledding in t-shirts the next day. And so snow boots don't get a ton of wear, children's snow boots. So I can usually find them in pretty good condition. These are Danskos. So I've bought Danskos before, but I've never bought Dansko shoes like this. It was kind of interesting, but they're in pretty good condition. You can see the marker. I couldn't get the marker on the bottom, so sometimes I will just do a permanent marker with it. And then this again is a 20%. I'm trying to venture into tennis shoes more. You can see I do a lot more like hiking, formal, you know, like boots and stuff. I'm trying out some tennis shoes. So let me know what brands and tennis shoes do well for you. These are New Balance. I don't expect these to sell super high. The reason that I picked them up is they are virtually brand new. They're in excellent condition, and I thought they were really cute. So more shoes. This is actually one that was on my poll. So let me pull that up. So this was the poll that I took on my Instagram when I was outsourcing. 53% of people said yes. 47% of people said no. And I picked them up. I'm hit or miss on Coach, especially when it has this logo on it. The reason I picked them up, virtually unused. And you know, it's coming into spring and summer, and I thought these were really cute summer type shoes that will probably sell. Coaches hit or miss on their shoes. Their purses do well for me. Shoes, I mean, I'm expecting probably $20 to $30. I'll look up comps, but I really don't think much more than that. But they were in really good condition. These are Born. I was digging some Mary Janes. Stay with me. You guys will see some Mary Janes. Definitely stay till the end because it is epic. So I found one of these BOLO brands in the wrong section at the thrift store. And then I found another one in the same size. And so I was like, clearly this person was getting, this is one person that was getting rid of their closet. So I actually went into tops and went into a couple other sections looking specifically for this BOLO brand. So stay tuned to the end to see what it is. This is Born. It sells. This is going to be more of a high sell-through rate than a high average sale price. They're probably not going to sell super high, but Born is going to sell. They're in good condition. Mary Janes, they're comfortable. People like them. Another one, this might be the same person. Do you guys make up those stories that it's the same person? So this is the size 9, very similar style to this one. Is this a size 9 too? Size 8.5. So what do you think? Is it the same person? I don't know. Very similar, same style. These are Donald Kleiner. They're a vintage, but they're actually in really good condition. His shoes, honestly, are hit or miss. Sometimes they sell high and quick, and sometimes they just sit. So if you guys have tips on this brand, let me know what you're looking for. Merle. Here you go. Definitely a brand that I see very often being in Colorado. Again, I picked these up. They're virtually unused. You know, they're going to have, these are suede, so they're going to have a lot of wear here if they've been used a lot, and they are like almost brand new. So definitely picked those up. What I tell you, Mary Jane Central. Hello. These are Danskos, I believe. Yes. Danskos, honestly, I debated on Danskos because they are a size 36. They're a size, which is roughly a size 6 in the US. That's hit or miss, to be honest. They might sit a while just because of the size, but Danskos, I picked them up. These are boots. You can tell I didn't get a whole lot of boots. I was a little bit pickier in the boots that I picked up. They will sell, but they'll probably sit in my inventory until probably the fall. And I am about tapped out on space for my inventory. And so it really has to be something that's worth it to sit for a couple of months and take up space from something else. But these were actually in really good condition. You can see a little wear around the toes. I did put some Doc Martens Wonder Balsam on it, and it works wonders. It definitely helped. So a little bit aware there, but I just thought they were so cute. Oh, you want another brand? Tevia, definitely a Colorado brand. I see it's more of an active brand, but they're like active type boots that are cute. Let's see, where else am I? Frank Sarto. Again, I see this brand fairly often. They're in almost new condition, no scuffs or anything. So I picked these up. The other thing that I really like about shoes and purses, it takes me no time to list. However, because I am out of, that's a lie, I pay a lister. It takes me no time. So it definitely takes me no time to take pictures. I'm very quick at taking pictures of shoes and very few editing, not a ton of measurements, but they take up a lot more space. So I am very diligent in what I pick up because it is taking space. I'm almost out of space. You know, I can fit 10 shoes in a bin or 20 clothing items, right? So I have to be conscious of what I'm picking up. These are a BOLO, more in the boots. I find this brand sits a little bit longer if it's not a boot. Fry, but if you find Fry in boots, definitely pick it up. More the Western type style. I have noticed over the past year and a half, the comps have gone down, so they're not selling for quite as much as they used to, but they're definitely going to sell. So keep an eye out for those. These again, no scuffs, nothing virtually unworn. I will say something too, time is money and I hate cleaning shoes. So there's times that I see things that I don't pick up because I don't have to clean it. You can see everything that I have purchased, little to no work I have to put in to clean it. So I take the price tag off and that's about it. These are another one that were on my Instagram. So let's go there and see what you guys said. Should I have gotten these or not? So these are Toms. You guys said yes, they were $5. And something I didn't share on my Instagram that I'm going to say now is they are, it looks like a collab. So usually when I find items that are collabs, I will look them up because usually it's going to be a higher price item because it was a collab with someone. It doesn't always hold true, but I definitely will look it up. So these are a collab with Keith Haring, which I have no idea who that is. So if you guys know, let me know. But I didn't share that. And you guys still said 62% still said that I should pick these up. These are Toms. I rarely will pick up Toms anymore. But because these were a collab and they are virtually, look, I mean, there's like no cleaning to be done, virtually unworn, and they were a collab, I decided to pick them up. If you guys know any information, let me know about these. This is, it's ABEO, a bow. I don't know. I'm terrible. If you guys follow me, I'm much better with numbers than words. You guys see that? There we go. Can you see it? Can you guys see it? There we go a little bit. There we go. How's that? I found this brand once at the bins. They were sandals. They were tore up from the floor up, y'all, and they still sold for $15. So these are in, look, I don't want to say I'm a lazy reseller. I am an efficient reseller. And I live in Colorado. I have the luxury of being able to source items that don't really need much work. I probably could have doubled everything that I purchased if I was willing to clean items, and I'm just not. I have that luxury. So these I purchased because I have very little to have to do to them. And this is the last pair of shoes, and then we will get on to purses, bags, and then I have some clothing items, and stay tuned for those BOLO brands. These are Kelsey Dagger. I did share this in my stories, and let's see what you guys had to say. Should I have picked these up? Verdict is in, and y'all said no. I got them anyways. I don't know why. I just had a feeling about them. The comps on them are all over the place. They probably are not going to sell for very high. I just thought they were a very unique style. And again, hello, they are like virtually brand new. There is a little scuff right there that I can probably clean up a little bit. But other than that, like, hardly worn. Honestly, that's a selling point for me. If they're going to sell for 20 bucks, but I have to spend very little time on them, I'll take it. I will take it. So let's get into the purses. It was kind of a disappointing purse trip for me. The stores that I went to, I can tell when they have a new manager because they start pricing the purses really high, like ridiculously high. On that note, I am going to share something that some of you guys could not believe on my Instagram stories. I do live in Colorado. Most people, most thrift stores in Colorado know brands. They don't always know the same brands as you, and that's how I can find some items, or they don't price it quite as high, but I can tell when there's a new manager, and this store legit had a new manager. Look at, look at this purchase. I posted it on my Instagram stories. You guys said no. 58% of you said no. These are Todd's. They were brand new without tags, hands down. Todd size 8, priced at $40. But y'all, that $40 was half price. So they were priced at $80. I had quite a few people on my Instagram stories just blown away at those prices. And that's the case. And that was the case with the purses. They just found the Coaches, they found the Duty and Burks, the Michael Kors, all of the purses that I can sell, they found them and they were pricing them at like $50 to $100, half price for some of those. It just, I can't buy those to resell. So I ended up with only 2 purses. Oh no, 3. Sad day for me because I do love my purses. This is an Eddie Bauer, like a little sling, you know, maybe a crossbody or travel bag. Could be possibly like a little diaper bag, just the way that the inside is. It looks like it's never been used. It'll probably sell, you know, 20 or 30 bucks. Again, not a huge ticket item, but it'll sell. And I don't have to do anything. Are you guys catching on here? I don't like cleaning. I'm efficient and I live in a state where I can do that. This is Amy Kestenberg. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Let me see. I hadn't heard of this brand. This is one of those 20%, right? So I pick up items 20%. I haven't heard of this brand. I looked up comps. They were all over the place. It was in good condition. And to be honest, I wanted a lot more purses. I was a little sad that I didn't really get very many purses to pick up. So I decided to get it. We'll see how it sells. If you guys know more about this brand, drop those notes down below. And then this one as well, I saw it and I was like, that looks like a really cool vintage something. I thought maybe a camera, and I looked it up. And it's for binoculars, and it's vintage. With the binoculars, the price was like ridiculous. There was only a couple comps that I looked up with the without the binoculars, not super high, but for a vintage, like guys, I mean, this is like not been used. So I picked it up. Again, part of that could be because I wanted to buy purses, and that's all I could find. So let's jump into the jeans. All right, so who wants to look at some jeans? These are Hudson. They're white, and finding white that has no stains on it is like not gonna happen. So that was one of the points for me too, but they are this really wide legged, which is really on trend right now. So I picked those up. These are on the poll. So before I share with you guys, let's go ahead and see what you guys had to say. Dun, 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 dun. So as I'm out sourcing and thrifting, follow my stories because you guys can take part in these as well. Topshop Jamie High Rise Skinny for $4, and 71% of you guys said yes. So I actually have stopped picking up Topshop. Most of it does not sell. What drew me to these was the fact that they are high rise and a skinny. So I asked you guys and you said yes. So there you have it. We'll see how they sell. Jeans, things that I look for high rise, definitely look for high rise. Again, American Eagle. These are high rise. Let's see, high rise jeggings. Again, these will comp between $20 and $30, usually a pretty good sell-through rate, I've heard. I've actually never bought them. I typically do not buy American Eagle, but my friend Tracy, Me, Myself, and Donuts has told me numerous times that they sell well. I'm just making a note to let her know. I will drop her information in the link down below. She has great Instagram content, but she has told me that they sell really well for her. So I decided to pick those up, see how they do. BDG, these again are high rise. I really liked that they are the button closure. BDG is $15 to $25, not super high. It's okay. You can make money without selling luxury. These items are going to move for me. You saw my jeans, average sale price $31, but my sell-through rate, the items that I'm picking up are moving. That matters. Buying items that you're going to sell for $15 that have a low sell-through rate, not a good strategy. Paige, I picked these up, the distressed. It's pretty big right now. Boot cut too. So I've heard low rise boot cut is coming back. Think of 90s. Tell me you weren't a fan of Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, right? If you're in or around my age, those are things that you wore. This big old booty could not fit in low rise. So I was the person who had to buy like 7 sizes too big and then wear a belt. And then it was like all cinched in the back. Not a good look for me. I'm kind of glad that I'm old and don't have to keep up with the style. These are Madewell, again, high rise, and then also the frayed edge. And then one last pair of jeans, cut for cloth. So cut for cloth, again, these are not going to sell super high. I noticed the higher sizes in cut for cloth will definitely sell faster for me. And so if they're in good condition and the cost of goods is low, I will definitely pick up some cut for cloth. Now we're going to get into some clothes. I have about 10 items of clothes, and then I will get into those BOLO items for y'all. Let's see. So this is J. Crew. It is hardly worn. And let me show you a little trick if you guys don't know this. Part of the reason I like picking up J. Crew, Madewell, that whole brand, is if you look on the inside tag, let me see if you guys can see that. I think there's a shadow. Yeah, can you see that? It's not centered, sorry. Okay, well, if you look on the inside, hopefully you saw that. If you look on the inside, it will tell you the season. So these are holiday, HO, holiday 18. So this is roughly 2-ish years old. I will pick things if they're a newer style. It is a great trick. A lot of brands will actually have the season on it. So you know if it's a newer style. This is about 2 years old. And so I picked it up and it looks like it's never been worn. It also looks like, I didn't look up comps, but it's maybe a collab or some kind of special. It's not just their regular label. So I picked it up. If you guys know things that I don't, drop those notes down below. I am not the best reseller. To be honest, I know how to look numbers. I know how to run sales. I know how to look at data analytics. As far as knowing all of the brands and stuff, that's not me. I'm learning with you guys as well. And I definitely think that there's so much out there that it's hard for anybody to know it. So this is a community. Drop that knowledge down below with me as well. Burton, I do know Burton. This is a legit skiing jacket. The last one I had sold, it was an extra small too, which sometimes can sit. It sold in a week for I think $50 or $60. It's definitely a very nice ski jacket that I will pick up. Madewell. Did this have pockets? No, it did not. It's a size medium. So sometimes if I'm unsure, but it's my size, I'll pick it up anyway. And then if I decide I don't want to list it or I look up comps, I'll just keep it. Reseller problems. Am I right? So before I get into a couple more of these, I want to know your guys' thoughts. These are dresses. 2 years ago, pre-COVID, dresses were my jam. Dresses were where it was at for me. However, and we can look at the data. However, my dresses, they went down. It makes complete sense, right? Does it make sense? Because here we go. These are my categories. It makes sense because in COVID, people aren't going places, right? So my dresses last year, so my sell-through rate is 52%, one of the lower, and my average sale price is $28. So my dresses were not selling to the same. My dresses used to be up in that higher BOLO type category. They're not selling the same. People weren't going anywhere last year. I can't decide what's going to happen this summer. I don't know if I'm just hopeful that things are going to go back to normal and people will start wearing dresses, and weddings that got canceled last year are going to happen this year and everyone's going to go balls to the wall and want to be outside, or if we're still going to be maybe not on quite as much of a lockdown. But I can't decide what to do with dresses. I did start to look through them because they are one of my favorite things to buy. So I did buy a couple dresses, but I'd love to know your guys' thoughts below. This is Taylor. It's not going to sell super high. To be honest, it's more of like a boutique brand. I've seen it like in Francesca's. I've seen it in, but it is a size 14. It's virtually unworn. And I was just thinking of like someone attending a wedding. So I got it. This brand, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I've sold it before in a longer, more fancy dress. This is, I think it's Anthropologie's like bridesmaids or fancy dress brand. What I really liked about it, I am definitely a back person. I love dresses, shirts, tops that have like back cutouts or decals in the back or something. It's kind of like the mullet of dresses or shirts, like business in front, party in the back. Am I right? Like, let's hope the mullets don't come back with all of this 80s, 90s fashion. This is an Oscar de la Renta brand. It is, so it says Yeah, an Oscar de la Renta company. So it's not the Oscar de la Renta. It's a company. It's a subset. It's like their lower company of it. But it's a cute summer dress in good condition, also in my size. So if things do come, we have a couple weddings that may happen in the summer. It would be a cute little wedding dress for me to wear as well. This one, guys, I went back and forth. I'm going to be honest. Let me know what you think. Would you have bought it or not? I looked at the comps. It's an Anthropologie. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive it's an Anthropologie brand. I looked up the comps on this exact dress. They were all over the place. Some new with tags were higher. Obviously, don't pick up a lot of Anthropologie. I feel like it gets a lot of hype and just does not pull through. But I just thought it was so cute. I just couldn't say no. I just thought it was really cute. So I got it. And then we have, this is no surprise if you guys know Colorado thrifting. Again, this is my size, so I may keep it. This is a Patagonia dress, super cute in my size. Patagonia sells. It's Patagonia. We could look at my brands, but it's one of my top brands for sure. The sell-through rate for Patagonia is going to be high. Not everything's going to sell high. This isn't going to sell for $100 or anything. I'd say probably maybe 25, 30 bucks, but it's going to sell. Like there's no risk. If it's in good condition, Patagonia is going to sell. The other thing with that is I'll keep it, right? Like there's no risk there because I'll just keep it. So no problem. Adriana Papel, I love her dresses. Guys, I went back and forth so many times on this because I don't know, are people going to be dressing this fancy? I just don't really know, but I love this brand. I love selling her stuff. She just has the prettiest clothes. So that's it. Let's get into those BOLO items. So how do I want to do this? I'm going to show you. Can you guys tell? Any guesses? Drop those notes down below and tell me if you can guess what BOLO brand this is before I show you the label. Here we go. Can you guys guess? St. John. This is a BOLO brand. It's kind of, I feel like the comps have kind of gone down and it's all over the place. But St. John, if you're a thrifter, is like the holy grail. So I was going through like heavy jackets at the thrift store. I found this one. I'm like, this is not a heavy jacket. And it was definitely marked wrong. They didn't know what it was. Sometimes I'll see St. John marked for like $80 at thrift stores. This was marked for $5. And I was like, yes, please, I will be taking that. And then I went through, and like I said, I went through the dresses. I was hit or miss on whether I wanted to look at the dresses, but I just liked looking at them. So I decided to go look at them. And hello, number 2, Santana knit St. John collection. This was number 2. And so once I found 2 in the same size, I was like, okay, this lady got rid of her closet, right? Like that's a coincidence. And then I went on, I kept looking through the dresses, didn't find it. And I was like, let me just look through a couple other sections because this is if you know St. John, you can quickly spot it, or you can even just, as you're going through, you can feel that Santana knit. So I looked through blazers. I didn't find anything there. And then I looked through tops and look what I found in the wrong section. Again, St. John, number 3. So that is my haul. I haven't been doing a lot of hauls. Let me know what you guys think. YouTube thinks that you guys should be watching this video. Here is a playlist of some other hauls that I've done in the past, and make sure to hit that subscribe.